I'm watching the evening news. Today is still Earth Day. Today is still Orthodox Day according to the same channel. Or actually, I think maybe that was Channel 2. I don't remember. I think that was Channel 2 this morning. But it's still the same day. The only calendar that had Earth Day or Earth Day on it was the Italian American calendar from Sons of Italy. At least the copy that was mailed to the house to Lewis. So I'm watching, and they have mentioned that I don't know what happened. I'm going to just put the piece on the way that it is. But there's a painting from within the White House that's going up for auction at Christie's of George Washington crossing the Delaware. Really? That's interesting. It said it hung in the White House until the year 2014. These are significant details. Why was it taken down? Why was it put up? But I know that it has significance. Some of the later details make the picture so much more crystal clear. I'm in Bayside, New York, 11361. Here's the story as they present it.
The iconic Washington Crossing the Delaware painting is coming up for auction and is expected to fetch about $20 million. The painting hung in the White House from the 1970s through 2014, and it's one of three versions, of which only two still exist because the third was destroyed during World War II. The painting will be up for sale on May 12th at Christie's, New York.
Coming up on Eyewitness News, first at 4, a break in a notorious
May 12th, huh? 512. That's interesting. So it hung from the 1970s till 2014 for numbers. I don't have the digits and the calculus on that one, but I know that it's significant. I don't know why. Call it a hunch. They also alerted on one of these pieces tonight that there's finally somebody actually analyzing crime statistics, because if you watch the regular broadcast at 7 on Channel 7, I tape 12 o'clock news. I tape a supplement, which is the GMA3. I then tape the 4, the 5, and the 6 o'clock news. And sometimes there's different whatever. But for the most part, it's around the same. Now this is the same evening. This is frightening. This is one of those like real footage, like somebody's house. They went out in whatever humans do in whatever area this is, and there was a camera running in the house, and someone crawled in a window, and then he washed his clothes in the house and then left. Ew.
On camera cleaning up in more ways than one after breaking into a home in Texas. The homeowner says she was out of town on Easter Sunday when her Nest camera recorded a man squeezing through the cat door to get into her house in Houston. The man wandered around before taking a shower in her bathroom. Then he washed his clothes and made something to eat.
He'd eaten ramen noodles, and he had eaten like fried chicken nuggets out of the freezer, and he had cooked all that in my microwave. I don't know how to say this, like versus like a regular burglar. It's bad enough, but then it's a different level, I think, to do all these things and make yourself comfortable in somebody's house.
The intruder.
That is so gross. I don't even know what the difference between cat burglar and regular burglar is. And like, did she see the footage and then she called? Oh, God.
Unsuccessfully tried to remove the anti-theft cable off her television. The homeowner believes the man was in her house for about 3 hours. When he left, he took her Fitbit, her deodorant, her toothbrush, and her toothpaste.
Must have been really good toothpaste. That's my only take on that.
Yeah.
Coming up, the answer is...
That's really gross. Now here's some of the New York inventory. While that George Washington crossing the Delaware, whatever, went up for auction. Again, the backstory on that, I could only imagine.
Increased underground this year, but so has the number of riders, creeping back up closer to pre-pandemic levels. Here are the top precincts where subway crime is happening or has been reported.
This is the first time I've been monitoring this television station for quite some time, and I have not seen anything like this particular segment in the entire time I've sat here trying to follow it to see what else might be going on.
Precinct 14, that includes Times Square, has the most crimes reported, followed by a section of East Brooklyn, and 3 other areas are tied for third. The Union Square area, downtown, and the Bronx.
So I think a lot of us that are studying crime are starting to get a little worried.
Professor Chris Herman studies crime in New York City.
One of the reasons that we're seeing these numbers go up so exponentially is because the numbers last year were so low. We had so many people not riding the subway.
Somebody studies crime for a living and they get away with it? Wow. That's an interesting thought.
Not taking the subway to school, not taking the subway to work.
And we searched through police reports to find the top 3 crimes you're more likely to become a victim of while underground. Topping the list, grand larceny or theft. Next up, felony assaults. And the third most common crime, robbery. And we found big increases in all 3 of these crimes this year compared to the same time period last year. Professor Robert Paswell is the former head of the Chicago Transit Authority. He says despite a rise in high-profile crime underground, your chances of being a victim are actually very low. In fact, so far this year, we found your chances are 1 in about 408,000.
These are very random events. And you're as likely to have an event like that as to cross the street and have a bus turning hit you.
Dan Krauth, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Be honest, with the increase in the population from nobody knows where, and all of this expansion in Manhattan and like bleeding out into like other outer boroughs, causing real havoc for the children and their ability to perform, find one another, enjoy themselves. I mean, God forbid they actually got to enjoy a day living in this hell. This hellhole, whatever, that it's turned into. So, it's just too busy. It's overpopulated, it's overcrowded, it's way too busy. And what's the purpose? Why does New York need to be so busy? What is it essential of? What's it to everybody else? I just don't understand. It's not even like a destination. I mean, like, it's so common thread, but it's not, it's so busy and overcrowded that, like, going to Manhattan gives me anxiety. Like, there's too many people, too many possibilities of getting assaulted or getting abused or getting in trouble. Like, I really have no desire. Not only do I not have the money, nor do I know where to go. I have no, like, it's just, I just don't enjoy it. There was a short time where I would go on a weekend with the children in the carriage to Central Park, but then that was it. Then we leave. They're going into places, like going to nature is one thing inside the city, but going to where big crowds are, nope. It's star 1978, star 8378. Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.